Hello, my name is Brent Johnson. I'm from the International School of Kuala Lumpur, and this is...
Hi, my name is GJ Johnson. I'm also from the same school.
I think one of the things that's powerful for me is that to know history, we have to look at many different perspectives to see what that thing might have been like, and to read about it, to go there, to hear stories. For me, that's quite powerful, I think, for the students as well, to get that perspective. Because really that's what we're offering on this trip is perspective, something different than they've not encountered in their day-to-day life, to meet people, to see things, to work, to build the house that, they may never do again. So I think of it like, have we planted a seed of curiosity and hunger to learn more, desire to help people and humanity? And really, I think that's all we can do as educators, is just offer an experience, a seed. And then if that seed grows, then maybe they want to come back and help out in the future in Cambodia or another country, or they can want to continue down the humanitarian pathway, or they fall in love with history.
I think one very emotional part of the trip was seeing the S21 prison, because it showed a lot of the history of Cambodia, and especially meeting the survivor and seeing the brutal times they went through in that prison, and still coming back to make sure that history doesn't repeat itself was very important.
I really appreciate the fact that the itinerary is not all about history. It's a combination of a multidisciplinary trip, in my opinion. So it was a little bit about history, economics, politics, art. So there are a variety of interests that can inspire students learning their own personal interest. Also, the itinerary has a different part of the CAS component. So especially the highlight is a lot of students agree that the service part, that they are building house for the family, and they are able to see the impact they have on the local community. And many students told me that that's the most meaningful part of the trip. And again, I really appreciate the fact that they well thought out this trip itinerary, so that students have a variety of experience and inspiring their interest.
So we're right behind the construction site. I just really appreciate how we're able to help the family, especially seeing how they live and their living condition right now. They're really poor, so I think us helping them build a house will definitely help them with their daily life. As well as I like our teamwork, especially working with everyone. It just gives the good spirit, especially the music as well. And I think everyone working together and coming together to build a house is really, really good. And I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm excited for the family.
You that said that this is probably the most efficient team, and for me, I take pride in that, because I know that my students are working hard, and I value working hard, and you don't always know what students are going to take away, but you know that there's a value in hard work itself. And when you said that, and when I saw the students working hard, they come, take a break. A couple of students were showing leadership and making sure everything was happening. I really, really, really was proud of that moment, seeing my students, and I didn't have to tell students to do something, and I just sat back and they took care of themselves, and I was proud of that moment. when we go back, I feel like if I was a student, I would have loved this trip just because there was always something new. It wasn't the same thing over and over. It was always something new as a different perspective. But beyond that, seeing ancient temples and having a beautiful boat ride and taking fantastic tuk-tuk rides around the city and experiencing the emotion and the compassion that the students showed and the family showed towards us at building the house, their appreciation. A couple of students were really moved by the Buddhist ceremony, the informal Buddhist ceremony. You can kind of feel the care and feel the love in that ceremony, and I think a lot of students mentioned that in our feedback session. So that was quite nice.